Hello.
All right. We watched episode 3
Uh-huh.
last night.
Uh-huh.
It's afternoon.
It is afternoon. I'm still yawning.
Ethan was too tired to do this last night.
Yeah, I was really tired. It was like 4 a.m. before we went to sleep.
So let's get into it. Revenge of the Sith.
It's good.
It's good.
It is really good.
Let's see. I think I started with, what's one thing you didn't like?
Let me think. This one was harder to find stuff I didn't like. This one was pretty good.
Because Padme wasn't.
Padme wasn't in that much. I really can't think of anything major, at least.
Anything major?
All
right, tell me something you liked.
I liked, again, all the fight scenes. All the saber fights were good, especially with Anakin and Obi-Wan at the end. What else? I like how the transformation from into Sidious from
Palpatine.
And you start with a P, and I was about to say Padme. I'm like, that's not right. From Palpatine into Sidious was really good. The way, like, it just so happened to work out that right after he got electrocuted and all looked all like beat up and gross, he turned into Palpatine or into Sidious for real. So that was cool. I thought that was neat.
Dropped the mask.
Yeah. And I also really like how I was talking to Jared about this last night before we went to bed. How the first 3 movies and the second 3 movies, either way you look at it, they're both different things. But anyway, the different sets of movies have different like feels to them, and not just because one of them's newer and the graphics are a little bit better, but it just feels different. Like it's a different, like, it's like it's a different time. It really is. It's like it's a different time period.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool at the very end of 3, whenever it shows Darth Vader and Sidious looking at the Death Star being made. That felt like the 4, 5, 6 era. Like it felt like that time period.
Darker.
Mm-hmm. It was really cool. I liked it.
You'll notice that in 4, 5, and 6, there's a lot of gray.
Mm-hmm. It seems like it. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Because this had all 3 of these movies looked more orange. There was like an orange tint to like every scene. It seemed like. And then the other ones are gray.
That may be the TV.
Yeah, it could be.
But it is brighter.
Mm-hmm. It is, for sure.
A lot more vibrant colors.
Yeah.
And like, trying to think of the planet names. Like Kashyyyk with the Wookiees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was pretty. I like Kashyyyk.
It's called Felucia, where one of the Jedi was being betrayed. That really bright jungle.
Oh, yeah. Was it the one that got shot in the back or whatever?
Yeah.
That was cool. Oh, like Wonderland from Alice in Wonderland. It's pretty cool. I think this might have been my favorite out of the 3. I think I'm gonna say that. So what's out there?
Least favorite 1, most favorite 3.
Yeah, 3. So it's like 3, 2, 1 as my order of best to worst.
And eventually we'll get to Rogue One and.
And then God knows what's gonna happen after I watch all of them. I'm gonna be like, oh boy, my ranking is. Oh no.
All right, this one a bit too low, this one a bit too high.
Yeah. I'll tweak it as I go, but as of now, that is where I stand. 3, 2, 1. So.
What'd you think of that fight with Obi-Wan and Grievous?
That was cool. That was amazing. That was another thing I kind of forgot about was Grievous. He's awesome. Man, Grievous was sick. On more ways than just one, yeah.
It's disgusting.
He's like, welcome. Don't mind me. But yeah, he was cool. Grievous was cool. And something I didn't realize about him until today, or yesterday, I guess, when we were watching it. Well, it was today. It was like 1. Is that he wasn't a Jedi. I always thought he was a Jedi. Or not a Jedi, but at least had the Force and was a Sith or whatever. And just like was sort of like a bounty hunter and just collected lightsabers to use with the Force, you know. But I didn't realize he wasn't, you know. It was cool.
Nope, he's just a cyborg.
It was cool whenever he was swinging his hands and they're like hitting the
You
ground.
just see on Obi-Wan's
yeah,
face.
Obi-Wan's like backing up, like how do I approach this guy?
What am I doing here? If I attack from the left, these ones get me.
Excuse me. Can I just he's like trying to poke his lightsaber through. Can I just get in here, please? Okay, thanks. It's pretty funny. But yeah, it was cool. I like how his arms split apart too.
Yeah,
It just like came. Yeah, that was neat. The whole scene was neat.
let's see. What am I going to ask you about with episode 3?
Execute Order 66.
Execute Order 66. Oh yeah, we're talking about that.
Yeah.
About clones and stormtroopers.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spoil it, but
So they were built originally. Well, okay, so they were built. Are clones pretty mindless? Like you can tell them whatever, kind of.
no, they're still thinking, but they have set programming that they follow.
So it's like they were built and then, or created, however you want to look at it, and then they were used as a good force kind of deal. But secretly, Palpatine, Sidious knew what he wanted to do with them, like the entire time.
Yeah.
And knew that he wanted them to execute Order 66 and just kill everything. Which is cool. That's really neat. And then something Jared pointed out is that their outfits are starting to look more and more like
Stormtroopers.
Like Stormtrooper.
The fins aren't quite as high.
Yeah.
You get
the puffy cheek deal.
Yeah.
And the color is kind of going away. And number 2, when you first see them, it's like they're like yellow. They got some like yellow and blue and stuff in, I think.
That's
and
like,
this one it's a little bit of orange.
That's showing rank and division and stuff. Like the blue ones that Anakin went to the temple with, they're called the 501st. And they're the legion that the Battlefront 2 campaign focuses on. And after this, whenever they become stormtroopers, they become Darth Vader's personal, like, mini army.
Yeah.
It's called, like, Vader's Fist or something like that.
Huh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to go home and watch 4, 5, and 6, and maybe like borrow Rogue One from you or something.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I was telling Jared I was really excited to watch Rogue One just because it's a break from all the really bad CGI, and then it's right back into the into the originals, which weren't they were pretty good.
There's not a lot of CGI.
There's not a lot of CG. It's a lot of puppets, which is cool. I enjoy that. So
that's very much like the Jim Henson era where everything was puppets.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
E.T. and all that jazz.
Indeed.
So that'll be good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got episode 7 where it's okay.
Yeah. I've heard mixed feelings about that. I liked how it looked. I've seen bits of that, and I liked how it looked.
I will say Kylo Ren is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Whenever he's not throwing temper tantrums.
Isn't that the whole movie, though? Isn't that why he's on the dark side?
It's
just
only,
one big temper tantrum?
It's only like 2 scenes.
Really?
Where he throws a fit.
Huh.
And they're pretty short. One of them's pretty funny. Like, you hear him, and then you see 2 stormtroopers walking down a hall, and they just turn around and walk away.
I think I did see that. I think I saw that when I was watching a little bit of it. That's really funny.
What do you think about Darth Vader's first Force choke?
Oh, man. It is a proud moment. Proud dad. Proud dad moment.
Proud dad.
Put it in the scrapbook. Baby's first Force choke. Right next to his first haircut. Yeah. I don't understand why he was on Padme. Like, why do you have to do it on Padme? That was so stupid.
He's angry and he's
I realize that, but it's your wife and your kids, bro. I don't understand.
Well, he did kill a lot of younglings.
That scene in the movie, we were also talking about that whenever Obi-Wan says there's a hologram video of him killing younglings and he covers his mouth. I heard somewhere the reason he's covering his mouth is because he's laughing because that line is just so ridiculous. And you can see it in his face too. Like he's definitely got like a small grin coming up.
But he's got enough facial hair it doesn't
Yeah,
really
yeah, it kind of blocks it out. But oh my gosh. Oh.
That's amazing. Imagine how many takes he had.
Yeah. Killing younglings.
They can't give you. There's a hologram. What?
There's a hologram video?
There's a security hologram of him killing younglings.
Oh, it's so great. It's really funny.
Oh, side tangent here. You gotta go on YouTube and look up Star Wars Episode 4 Celebration without music. It's called like
Without Williams or something like that.
Yeah, Star Wars without Williams. John Williams wrote all the music.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Chewbacca is my favorite character ever.
Just because of that.
Go look it up. You will not be disappointed. It's fantastic. Oh man, we watched it we watched it like 4 times and laughed the same amount every single time. I think
it's that good.
Oh my gosh,
there's some really good Star Wars parody stuff on YouTube.
Oh yeah, there are.
There's this thing called Darth Vader has hearing problems, and it's that scene whenever they just created him. He goes, "Lord Vader, can you hear me?"
He doesn't say anything.
It's like take 3.
Yeah.
Lord Vader, can you hear me? No.
Cuts to him going, no.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's like take 87. Take 3183. Lord Vader, can you hear me? Yes, Master. No. Are you sure? No.
That's good. That's really good. Man, that's funny.
And then there's one from episode 1. You know the scene where Qui-Gon and Darth Maul are fighting and Obi-Wan's trapped behind like the red laser gate?
Yeah.
It's called What If Obi-Wan Used Force Speed? And instead of getting trapped behind the gate, he just runs really fast and falls into the hole in the middle.
End of the story. Like, nothing would happen then, because like Qui-Gon would probably still die. So yeah, Sith win.
Yeah, you skip 2 and 3 and jump straight to the Empire without Vader.
Yeah. Who knows where that would have gone? Luke's not there. Han Solo wins. Just shoots Sidious straight in the head.
Directed by George Lucas.
Yeah. It's like 3 movies. That's it. That's all the franchise is.
Oh gosh. Let's see. Still talking about Revenge of the Sith, apparently.
Yeah.
There were a lot of lightsaber fights in this movie.
Yes, there were.
Let's see.
There were a ton.
What'd you think about Dooku's end?
That was really like quick and unexpected. I mean, I guess I should have expected it. I should have known it was going to happen, but still. Yeah. And that was another thing I was going to talk about, is that you can hear the difference between Sidious and Palpatine in his voice.
Yeah.
He's like, kill him, Anakin. Do it. Like, it's totally different.
I shouldn't. Do it.
His head's gone. That was really cool, though, how he chopped off his hands first.
Mm-hmm.
Just one swipe. He's like, there you go.
Well, that's why he said that he shouldn't do it, because he shouldn't kill an unarmed person who can't fight back. Which is why whenever Mace Windu's got him Palpatine up against the wall, he's like, "It's not the Jedi way." It's like, dude, if he didn't kill Dooku there, that would have been a much better scene.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if he didn't kill Dooku and he gets there, he's like, "I'm following the Jedi code, but the Masters aren't."
Mm-hmm.
That would really put more emphasis on, hey, the Jedi are not the correct way.
Yeah, and Anakin doesn't think the same way as some Jedi.
Because they already asked him to spy on Palpatine, which is treason. Which is already suspicious.
It is.
And then that happens. I've been trained my whole life under this code, and the Masters aren't following it.
That is pretty cool.
I don't know. There's some things... Obviously, in every movie, there's going to be some sort of little hole that you can pick apart.
Yeah, no movie is, like, perfect.
Spider-Man 2.
Except for Spider-Man 2 and
Except
Dark
for
Knight.
Spider-Man 2.
And almost Winter Soldier.
Almost Winter Soldier.
I don't know. I think it was pretty perfect. I love Winter Soldier. Anyway, back to even the correct franchise. We're not even talking about the same thing anymore.
I don't think it matters at this point.
Nah. What else?
Let's see. Anything else?
I love how Obi-Wan just straight up noped Anakin. He's like, I have the high ground. He jumps at him. Ah!
Nope.
Darn it!
I never saw this coming. I warned you.
Yeah, it's like I just told you. I just told you.
Oh, that's pretty great.
And his scream. It's not even like a ah. It's like ah. Why? It was good.
What'd you think about the space fight at the beginning?
That was cool. That was really neat, and we were straight into it too. It was cool.
It's just like, oh, credits.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. Those ships were cool too. Those like good TIE fighters.
Good TIE fighters.
Good guy TIE fighters.
Jedi interceptors.
Yeah.
I got a couple of those as Legos.
Yeah. Man,
Those are
you
cool
got like
ships.
the entire Star Wars franchise as Legos.
I got the cantina from episode 4.
Do you really? Do you have an X-wing?
No.
Did you get an X-wing? That'd been cool.
I never got an X-Wing.
Those are cool.
Well, whenever I was growing up is whenever 1, 2, 3 was coming out, so all the sets were 1, 2, 3.
Gotcha.
And X-Wings are expensive.
Yeah, I bet. Because the one you get's probably like this big. Or like even bigger maybe. I have a Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
Like this
like
big.
the
The
midi,
smaller one, yeah.
midi scale, I think
Yeah.
they called it.
That was pretty cool. That was fun to build.
I bet. You still got that?
It's on my
Awesome.
dresser.
Awesome. So you have Star Wars stuff.
I
but you've
do,
never
yeah.
seen
I got
Star-
tons of... I had AT-8... Or no, not AT-AT.
ATST?
The tiny ones, like with the 2 legs. Was that
ATST.
ATST. I had one of those. I don't know where it went, but I used to play with it all
It's like
the time.
all-terrain standard transport or something like that.
ATST.
AT-AT's all-terrain armored transport.
That's the 4-legged ones, right?
Mhm.
Those are cool.
I really like
Now that I'm starting to watch this, I'm really like, oh man, like that design is neat. Like I'm like, those are so neat. And like I've seen them before, but I never sat down and been like, whoa, look at
Never
that
seen
thing.
them in action.
No.
Oh. I know Aaron's first Lego set was Anakin's Interceptor, the yellow one from the beginning of this.
Yeah, that's cool. I had all sorts of Lego sets growing up. I had them all over my headboard on my bed. I don't. I think I gave them away just because I didn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
But still had my Millennium Falcon, and that's sitting on my
keep that.
dresser. Gotta keep that one.
That's the ship that ran the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs.
What?
It's
I was gonna say, is it coming up? Coming up later?
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't even know what a parsec is.
It's kind of like a light year. It's a unit of distance.
Gotcha.
What'd you think about the inclusion of Chewbacca?
That was neat. That was pretty neat.
I know some people didn't like it. It's like, why is he here? And he doesn't know anything whenever he's with Han Solo. Because Han Solo's always like, I don't believe in the Force. And it's like, Chewbacca, you were friends with Yoda.
Yeah, for real.
I don't think Chewbacca cares. Either that or Han Solo can't actually understand what Chewbacca's saying.
Yeah, that could be it. He's just like pretending. That'd be cool. So maybe that wasn't actually Chewbacca then. Maybe it was like his dad or something.
Well, they said Chewbacca. I guess
Did
it
they?
could be Chewbacca Jr.
I guess.
Again, we're talking about this. How old is Chewbacca?
Yeah.
I don't really know the lifespan of a Wookiee.
Of a Wookiee. Yeah, I almost called him an Ewok, but it's a Wookiee.
They're coming up too.
Yeah. They're like tiny Wookiees. Honestly.
A lot of people don't realize this. They forget about it, but the Ewoks are going to eat them.
Yeah, they were. They were totally just gonna. Oh man, Wookiees would never do that.
They'll just pull your arms off.
Yeah. Man,
Do you remember that from Lego Star Wars 2?
I do. Yeah, you like jump on a stormtrooper and pull their
Yeah.
arms off. That was a good game, man. That was, man. I should play that again.
You know the story.
Yeah, I do. So good. This one's not as flowy as the first two.
Yeah, this one's really getting into the war
Yeah.
aspect.
No, I meant like this like video. It's not as like we're not like, oh yeah, what about this and this and this. We're like how about this?
Yeah. It's because we watched it last night. It's
Yeah.
been a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, I still remember some of the stuff, or all. I remember all the stuff really.
Just got to
Just
trigger
gotta-
it.
yeah.
We were talking about that last night too.
Yeah, we were. Brains.
Brains.
Trying to think of what else.
Just any last thoughts you got on the movie?
It's a good movie. I'd give it like an 8.
8.
Yeah.
So far, I think you gave one a 4.5.
Yeah. And
7.5 is
7.5,
2.
and then an 8 for this one.
All right, you don't got a lot of wiggle room here.
No. I'll probably rate some of them the same, like like a 7 or a 7.5, something like that.
Yeah.
But
5 is considered the best.
mm-hmm.
So we'll see what you think.
We'll see what I think about that. Yeah.
No, 3's the best.
No, 3's the best. 3's the best right now. This is the best forever then.
But 6 is my favorite. So.
Is it?
We'll see what you think.
I'll probably have a really unpopular opinion and be like criticized and lynched in the comments.
I don't think it's that big a deal. The only people who listen to this is Wesley.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
I'm not sure what he thinks about the prequels. Wesley, let us know what you think about the prequels.
Tell us in the comments, Wesley.
I gotta disagree with you about 2 being better than 1, but you know.
Yeah. You thought 1 was better than 2 then?
Yeah, I love 1.
I can't see that. I mean, 1 was alright, but I don't know.
I really like the scenes where the battle droids are coming out of their tanks whenever they're about to fight the Gungans.
When they like come out in like a and then they like unfold. Aaron was telling me he had one of those as a Lego set.
Yeah,
it was cool. And it reminded me of iRobot. Have you ever seen iRobot with Will Smith?
Yeah.
The robot, like when he's in the tunnel and there's one of those cart things carrying him, and it comes up and turns sideways and opens up. Mm-hmm. That was cool.
Stuff like that is weird. Like Willy Wonka's elevator.
Yeah.
Or just.
Yeah, it just goes either way, either direction. It's pretty neat. They got like balls for tires, basically. That's kind of how they do it.
Man, there's some wild shots in movies.
Yeah, there really are. Movies are incredible. I love movies. And it's like some people are like, oh, books are better always. It's like, yeah, but
you don't see it.
No, it's like you can make it look however you want in your mind, but it's like once you see it on the big screen, it's really cool. Like, I don't care who you are. Growing up, when people say that, it just made me angry. It's like, books are better because you can imagine everything. It's like, yeah, but why do that when you could see it? Like, and I'm not trying to be lazy, but it's just like, it's on, like, you can see it. It's fine. And obviously, like, books have a better story sometimes because you can't get as much in a movie as you can in a book.
Yeah, there has to be changes because you can't go into the backstory of every character
Mm-hmm.
and make a 2-hour cohesive movie.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
That's why I'm thinking for book adaptions, maybe a TV show would be better.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Because you could have episodes devoted to the backstories of characters.
That'd be neat.
But I don't know. Movies are a good way to, just one sitting. You can get the whole story.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Cliff's Notes.
Most of the story. Yeah, yeah, it kind of is. Spark Notes. It's also like people criticize movies that are based off of books a lot for not being as good as the books, but it's anytime that happens and I go and watch it, I love it, and I've never read the book, so it's like it's all perspective. Like it's still a good movie, even though it didn't live up to your perfect standards of your book. It's still a good movie. One of them that comes to mind is Maze Runner. And those first 2.
Read it or watched
I never read the books, but the first movie was really good. I liked the first one. And the second one was alright, but it was still pretty good. And people are like, oh, it's not even close to the book. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Is it still a good movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy your time there? Then shut up. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter, people still loved Harry Potter, but they were still criticizing it.
I didn't like the last ones. The Deathly Hallows.
They were really like, oh jeez, I dropped my phone. They were really they're really different, I guess, but I don't know, like just from the other few.
Yeah. Trying to think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess we're good there.
Yeah. That's that tangent over. Just enjoy movies for movies.
So, in summary, 3's the best in your opinion. Then 2
is second.
Then
1 is the worst so far.
All right, and we'll see what happens after Rogue One.